Last week on the outdoor option, Shannon got into the game early with a big buck down. And our good friend Kevin Blake Weldon not only entertained us with song, but handled his own business in the stand with a great buck of his own.
Smoked him. Smoked him.
Now it's me and my dad's turn to take Old Mexico by storm.
That is the split G3 buck. Yes. Outdoor option. My daddy taught way of life I passed down to my kids. Showed me how to shoot and hunt and fish and how to live. Said I was born for the great outdoors, but the choice is up to you. Man, I always choose the outdoor option. It's outdoor option. Outdoor option. It's outdoor option.
This is us. This is what we're all about.
Outdoor option. That's the life I choose. Outdoor option.
The outdoor option is brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, Suzuki, the Remington Outdoor Company, Ignite the Hunt, Deer Supplements and Attractants, Skag Power Equipment, Orca Coolers, Justin Original Work Boots, Sheffield Financial, Rhino Blinds, and 10-Point Crossbow Technologies.
Well, we're still down here in Old Mexico. We're having a great hunt so far. Shannon and Kevin got the job done early.
Smoked him.
Now it's me and my dad's turn. Well, I saw a couple of really good bucks early on, 2 borderline shooters, but nothing that I wanted to take on day one. I know there's some really good bucks on this ranch, and I was just gonna hold out for the big one. It's not something you see every day by your typical deer stand, but maybe it'll bring us good luck tonight. I know it will.
Well, we're all set up here. First evening hunt for us here in Old Mexico. We're in a little tiny box stand that we didn't realize only had 1 seat in. And we're crammed in here, sitting over, looking over a couple of senderos that run left to right. And Kevin was here this morning and saw some pretty nice bucks, so we're gonna try to wait them out and see if one of those big boys show up tonight. Put the hammer down. So it's hot, we're in a box, but we're hunting, so that's all that matters.
Well, Kevin's scouting report was spot on. As soon as we got into the stand, it didn't take long. We started seeing a lot of deer, some great bucks. One was a little bit too far away, one was a little bit too small. We got a couple bucks working the area, and it's starting to get down to that prime time. You know, that time where the big boy can show up any moment. And lo and behold, we look to our right, here comes a small buck, and right behind him working his way in is the shooter we're after.
stay tuned. Big buck time here in Mexico.
Stay connected with the Outdoor Option team. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you and see your pictures.
Closed captioning of the Outdoor Option is provided by the Remington Outdoor Company.
We've got a lot of deer movement so far. We got a couple bucks working the area, and it's starting to get down to that prime time. You know, that time where the big boy can show up any moment. And lo and behold, we look to our right, here comes a small buck, and right behind him working his way in is the shooter we're after.
Take him when he turns broadside.
So as soon as we saw this buck, we knew he was the one we wanted. It was easy to pick him up because he's got that big split G3 on the left side. So we're ready to go, just waiting for him to present us with a good shot. You know, my adrenaline's going like crazy right now, and all we're doing is waiting this buck out. He's just got to present us with a good shot. And of course, he's right behind that cactus bush, so just a waiting game from here on out.
Brother. That is what it's all about. Yes. Oh, let me get my gun in here. Oh, that is the split G3 buck. Yes. He is down in the Sendero. Old Mexico boy. That is what we're here for. That right there is what we came for. That's a big, at least 11 point, thick mass. Look, there's that 7 points working its way out. That is a big buck. Whew. Man, that right there is what you call a Mexican monster.
Should be laying right up here. When I ranged the does before I shot him, it was only 135 yards. He plowed right here somewhere. Went about 5 feet. There he is. Big buck down. Look at this guy. Look at the mass. Look at the mass and the split G3. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Broken off 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's almost a 13 point, 2 broken off points. That is a Mexican stud. Well, now we got the big buck down and it's time to celebrate. What's even more special is we got Kevin there to celebrate with us.
That buck, man. You got the freaking split G3,
Yes,
dude,
did.
man.
Look at this guy.
Dude, I knew I should have shot that deer this morning. Woo! Awesome.
He is a stud.
Bro, this is why we choose it.
This is why we
This
choose
is why
the
we choose
outdoor
it.
option.
Look at that, man. Wow.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
Great mass on that thing. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's too bad he had that brow
Yep.
Oh, and you broke the
Yep.
5 off on that side too. Dude, he'd have been a 13 and a 12 and a 13. Look at that.
Well, it's the rut
Dude.
down here, so it doesn't surprise me.
Wow, bro, that's awesome, man.
Thank you. And congratulations to you too.
Yeah, I busted
Saw
that
buck in
the
back
main
of the
beam
truck
9.
there.
I busted the main beam 9, and I think I heard your dad shoot a while
He
ago.
did. I got a text from Shannon about 10 minutes ago that said big buck down for Dad. So
wow,
triple header tonight. Wow. I mean, look at the mass on him too. That's unbelievable.
Golly.
Oh, he didn't go very far.
Old Mexico. Old Mexico. I'll tell you what, people talk about Mexico and they're scared to come down here. We've got the whole Reaser family down here, the whole Outdoor Option family's down here.
Sure.
We had no problem. Richard Grammer with Mexico Whitetail and Wings has been down here for so long. He knows everything about how to take care of business down here, and man, does he know how to put us on some deer.
It's an unbelievable place. I mean, you know, like you said, it's easy to get down here. It's safe. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I mean, big bucks here, a lot of deer, and this just tells it all right here.
Wow.
The Outdoor Option is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This segment of the Outdoor Option is brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, the official trail camera of the Outdoor Option.
Yep.
Javelinas. The Havies, or Javelinas as they call them.
See?
They're ugly and gross, and they look like giant hamsters.
They're stinky, gross, and just pure ugly.
They cause a lot of damage to the property down there and stuff, and so the ranchers want us to shoot as many of them as we wanted to, because it helped, keep the damage down.
I got my first Happy. I've been wanting to get one since we went to South Texas. Finally got a shot at one.
It was awesome.
First one that we got, Shannon put the smackdown on, and we went up to pick it up, and it looks like a mini hog, got big old teeth in it and stuff, and where they dig and they root around and stuff. And boy, did they smell bad. Ain't no wonder they didn't want any around.
He's thinking, yeah, you shot me. That's awesome.
First heavy. We were coming down here and there's like 20 of them coming through here. The only good thing about these javelinas is you can shoot as many as you want. So of course I took advantage of that, and did I have a blast shooting them.
Big buck and a heavy. Big buck down there, big heavy down there.
Ugh, gross.
Javelina in Mexico.
Was that good? Like,
You're on the right track.
The end.
hey everyone, Danny Reaser here from the Outdoor Option. This week's product of the week, we're taking a look at covert scouting cameras. New for this year is the Outlook and the Code Black 3G. Covert has raised the bar with the all-new Outlook and its 130-degree wide-angle lens, capable of taking HD video and 12-megapixel photos. The Code Black 3G uses a SIM card that sends photos directly to your cell phone or email address. This technology allows you to see what is going on at your stand without having to go to the camera and pull the SD card.
One of my favorite features of the Covert Outlook camera is this huge viewing monitor built right into the camera that makes it really easy to look at pictures.
With Covert's superb infrared technology, both cameras take full HD video and high-resolution images in the darkest of night.
The outdoor option is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This segment of the outdoor option is brought to you by Ignite the Hunt, deer supplements and attractants.
Now everybody's tagged out except for Dad, so we're sleeping in that next morning, but Dad's out early trying to get his buck down.
One of the guides came in and said he saw a really, really big one and really wanted me to go after it the next morning. And lo and behold, half hour into the hunt, out of the thick mesquite come this big buck, and I knew right then and there that had to be the big one that they saw. Well, he came out and he hung out way down at the one end and in the sendero, and he was chasing does back and forth, and you know, he'd run into brush over here, run into brush back across the road over there, and he wouldn't stand still long enough, and finally he kept coming closer and started chasing a doe that was going right in front of us. There wasn't a very long shot, but I put it right to him.
You see how big that one was? Holy cow. That's what I was looking for, a big Mexico buck. And as the kids say, that's why we chose the outdoor option. Moments like that. Wow. Last morning, had a couple hours here to be able to put a little bit of a hunt in before we head back home. And saw this big one out here come out. He started chasing does around and presented a shot here at about 40 yards, almost a bow shot. Well, we gave him about 30 minutes. Let's go see if we got that big boy down.
I've hunted a lot of places and have harvested an awful lot of deer and big game, but this was kind of a unique trophy.
Big buck, I think it's the biggest buck I ever got down here in Mexico.
The deer down there aren't very big bodies, but and the horns are chocolate brown and pretty good size. But this one had a big body and big horns, so it was kind of deceiving as to how big it actually was. But when we got to him, got my hands on him, it was a nice buck. It was one of the nicest bucks, if not the nicest whitetail I've ever shot. You know, we were far enough away where they couldn't hear me shoot. When we came back in about, must have been probably about 9 o'clock in the morning, we came back in, they were all standing out, came out the front door, they're all standing there waiting for us to pull up and see if we had any luck.
All right, we heard that Dad shot a buck and they just pulled in, so let's go see what this is all about.
When they got a chance to see the horn sticking up from the bed of the pickup truck, they had big smiles on their face and they come running out, and it was pretty exciting to be able to come back and share that success with them.
Check that out. Dude!
Huh?
It's about time.
14 points, dude.
Look at that. Split. Raw times. Look at that. That is a stud.
Isn't that something? Look at the white tips like ivories on an elk.
That's unbelievable.
Good job. When my dad came back, we found out that this was the biggest buck he has ever shot.
Big body too. You know, Dad getting a buck like this down on the ground was a great way to cap off this trip. You know, I was so happy that we were all able to be there to share a buck like this. This is the biggest buck he's ever shot. And you know, we definitely made memories that'll last a lifetime down here in Old Mexico. And to wake up to a text from Pat saying big buck down and a picture to follow soon, that was it's the most rewarding part of this trip because you always put us first, and to see the man that blesses us all with what we have and gives us the opportunity to come on trips like this, get one like that, is something really special.
Well, I assure you, it's totally my pleasure. And like I said, we make memories that last a lifetime. These are just going in the memory banks, and they'll be there for the rest of our life, won't it?
It sure will.
Wow, unbelievable.
This was definitely one of the most successful trips I've ever been on. All 4 of us were able to get great bucks.
You know, choosing the outdoors as your option, which is what we're doing. We're choosing what we love to do, and we're doing it with the folks that we love the most. And that's what the outdoor option is all about. And I think that's the thing that really impressed me the most about the family and about the Outdoor Option television show, and that's why I'm so happy to be a part of it.